Good afternoon or evening by now. We're going to try this Ivara on Spy Missions again. Maybe we can not have a power failure. This is the Mercury Spy Mission. It uses the basic Grenier maps. And in order to get good at spy missions, you have to do them a lot, because once you're in this area where you unlock the first puzzle that opens up the spy mission area, you have to be familiar with that particular spy mission and know how to get around the traps. And I'll show you the ones that I know, or that we encounter. Hopefully, if I know them. You never know when they're going to throw a ringer in. Okay.
To break into enemy data vaults and steal any intelligence files you find.
And we're also looking for power. I would like to be able to run this without using a power disk, but chances are I will have to use one even here on Mercury. I always carry a lot, but it gets to be boring farming up the stuff to make more.
Due to our recent attacks, the enemy has installed new security measures to keep us out.
And what the Lotus is talking about there is this whole new structure of the spy mission. What it amounts to,
You've been detected.
What it amounts to is that you, okay, there's a trap, disabled.
We fought with honor.
So if you've never done a spy mission in Warframe, what it amounts to is that you get to an area, and in this area you have to go undetected. If you are detected once you're in the area, then the machinery of the vault or whatever will purge the data, and this happens after so many seconds, and the number of seconds is dependent on the level of the mission. On a low-level mission, you might have 30 seconds. At a high-level mission, you might have
successfully hacked. The location is returning to
another
normal
trap.
Security levels.
You might have 10 or 12 seconds. So here's the entrance to the spy area.
We're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
And from here on is the...
I'm
okay,
detecting
there's
a large
sensor
security force
thing.
heading your way. It's the Grenier.
So we'll prowl. We'll go this way. Break it with the hammer, because hammers are... and this, sometimes there are barriers here, and you can't get through the top or the bottom, and you have to, like, deal with it. What's happening here is that we'll fire this trap, and it sends that elevator back up. Now, if we triggered the thing down here, there's a way to get through it. You can go down that hole and then scramble all the way to the front. But you won't do that without setting off the traps. And our goal is to try to make an undetected run. We get more affinity for an undetected run than we do for a run where our presence has been detected. So we'll sneak around behind the sensor bot, and here's the elevator, and we'll tap the elevator. And that sends us down here. Now there's typically a Grineer here at the console, but he's usually facing the console so you can thwart him. And this is our last trap to get our data extraction. And there we go.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
And I'll pop out of invisibility mode, save a little data. And I will, well, where'd that thing go? I want to shoot it. I hate those damn things so much. Oh, it gave me an energy ball. How thoughtful. See, there are two sides, and at higher levels, the top or the bottom will have a barrier, so you can check both sides. Sometimes there will only be one of these four things open, and you'll have to go through it. With Ivara, if the top is open and the bottom isn't, it's no handicap, because you can just do this. Alexa, thank you, stop. That's my alarm. And then you can walk back and forth over the top. Many of the traps in these, especially the corpus traps, can be handled with one of those wires that you can walk on. So now we're looking for B. B is almost certainly down, not up. Yep, I figured that. But look at this. Nope. And so we jump down.
For the Lotus.
So I can run a wire in there, but I'm just going to walk. So
They spotted you. Alarms have been reset.
here is the next vault area.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
This one is interesting. This one is interesting. Watch. You're supposed to think about going left, but there's a way to go right that goes around almost everything. if you go left, you end up under the area that we're in now. And there are some cars that have to be moved around so that you can make the thing, and you move those around by solving puzzles. And then you end up in this room here with the console. And boom, you're done.
Clean extraction with no alarms.
Now, normally, when you come in and turn left, there's the possibility of, in a lot of the maps, especially the more advanced ones, they have arc traps here, and maybe more than one. They also have those floating robots that trigger things. You do this trap here, and I know I'm doing it both ways, but this is to show you. And if you look through there, you see there's the cart, or there's the little, I don't know what you call it, a cart, a car coming over. And you do this one, and then a car comes up into this position. Okay? Then you either jump the rail or you come back here, come up the steps. A lot of times there's a second detector bot, whatever they call them, over here. Then you come down this corridor, jump from one car to the other, jump on this platform, solve this, and you're in here. So it's way simpler to go right here, even though there's a minute or two of parkour.
Heads up, a Grenier assault team is headed
On the sea. Let's see if we got any possibilities for energy in here. We're at 85 now. We probably need 200 to solve the worst of them, but we'll see. Ivara is so flexible in terms of solving these things. Those bots that we just saw can frequently be pulled into an area away from where you are with the noise arrows. It's just exactly what those things were made for, so you can invis past them and sneak, or you can use noise arrows and, move them around you, or you can use wires and go in an area where they're not looking. And, a lot of times it's pick the right technique for the particular setup that you're facing, or the one you're comfortable with, but eventually you've got to learn all of the different Ivara techniques, because especially if you're sorting with Ivara, I tend to always bring nobody on the spy missions, no matter how high they are. If we're fighting level 100 enemies, I will just plan on never fighting them. With Ivara, you've got long invisibility, so simply avoiding combat is an option. You can show you that technique, I'm sure, in this video, but you can throw down an invisibility arrow, and whereas you can't absorb energy from a disc while you're in normal stealth mode, if you throw down an invisibility arrow, you can be invisible and
Get clamped.
Anyway, here's C. Oh, I don't know what that looks like. We'll solve that first.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Those doors, even if you get tricked by a door and you lose all your energy, it is rude not to break it for the next person. Okay, so this is a multiple kind of entry thing. There's different ways in there. There's a large room, and the console you have to solve is at the other end. If we break that, if we pound there, then we can go in here. Here's another detector. Or, and this is the way I usually like to go in, we can just drop down here, and now we're on the floor. Now, we look for the detector bots, if there are any. And if we see one, we have to get it out with noise arrows. We don't see one, so we just solve that.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's
and
gone.
we're undetected again.
We have everything we came
This
for.
is
Get to extraction.
about as good as you can do in this level, and of course this level is the easiest level. Shoot out that thing. There's another one of those grates on this side that allows access down into the room, and you can get out that way too if you really want to. Okay, so now it's get out of here. And again, I am a believer in breaking the barrels as much as you can, because if you do that, now I have punch through on my weapon, so their little shields just make it easier for me to hit them. But, you know, a lot of the barrels just have a few credits or something in them, but 70 polymer bundles. Oh, let's go farm polymer.
You've been seen.
I usually don't bother. I usually have enough because I've broken a lot of containers. You know, don't break every one, but you know, you're walking past one, you've got a weapon. You know, you
Watch
break
yourself.
it with a burst,
Are on the way.
and your carrier sucks in the thing, and there's no real work involved. It just means you can't sprint, because you can't sprint and shoot in this game. Now here's another interesting thing about Ivara. I want to show you this. We're prowling here. Let's find a bad guy. There's some up here. And you see this? I'm picking his pocket so I get a chance at him. Each one of those guys, I got two chances from them on their loot tables. One chance when I picked their pockets, and again when I kill them. So the other thing is that if you get in that, you end up with bonuses for stealth kills. And you can...
Alarms reset.
I lost my stealth kill bonus because I touched him. There we go. Now, there is something that you can do in this case. You can put the guy to sleep. And if you can kill him in one shot when he's asleep, you can get your stealth kill bonus. Even though you just alerted him, so you don't break your string. 30 seconds between kills gives you plenty of time to pick his pocket, kill him, and get in position for the next one. And it just, once you get up to where you're at 400% bonus, until you run out of energy, you know, I've seen people on these platforms, and they look around, and you know, from here, for example, there's almost always 1, 2, 3 of these small containers, and here we had 2 of the lockers that could be opened without any work at all, and people just leave them there. They'll sit there for a minute or two, and no one will step off and get the credits or the ferrite or whatever the hell's in them. Anyway, that is Mercury. You know, that is Ivara doing the Mercury Spy Mission solo. We will be back shortly with the next mission, but I'm going to cut this one off. And I hope you watch. I don't have any idea why you would. I enjoy playing this game. It's one of my favorite games, and I'm hoping that people will get some benefit from watching